how's it going? Welcome to Copia Farms.
We're here with Aiden from Copia Community Farms. They successfully raised over $5,000 to continue their farming operation here in Bellevue, Colorado. And Aiden, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, of course.
What is Copia Community Farms? What are you doing?
A few of my friends from Copia Community Farms were farming last year. And, they were doing a sort of a side time, part-time thing, supplying a restaurant in town. This year we basically got offered this other piece of land that's, really, realistically, way more land than we need. But, and basically, we decided, hey, let's go big. Let's go bigger. And so we're like, all right, well, we want to do something in the community fashion. We wanted to do something that's, community-oriented and being involved in the greater community and giving back a little bit. And we didn't really have an image of what that was. And actually, doing the community-funded project was all right, how are we actually doing this? We know we want to be community-oriented. We know we want to, donate food, but, what does that actually look like? It made us make decisions on, what we're actually, what we actually want to do and what we don't want to do.
How did that passion lead you down the road to community-funded?
I don't know, we somewhat hit a wall as far as, we could have made it happen. We could have scrounged together, the money, and we could to do what we needed to do, and it would have been the bare minimum of what our capability would have been. And basically, we decided if we could do the community funded thing, if we could fundraise in some, basically without taking too much of our time out of this, because this project alone is takes most of our time. So doing a project that doesn't totally take us out of basically spending all our time fundraising rather than doing our actual project, it wasn't that much work to do this additionally between all of us. It was, we expect fundraising to be this unpleasant thing, and just sort of the way we went around about it, we weren't, everyone we talked to, we weren't God, give us money. It was more just give us, basically we talked to them and be this is what we're doing, check it out, and it was a way of getting people to, to know what the project is, more so than just we need your money. But it just got us in contact with a lot of different people in town that are doing not exactly similar things, but that are a couple well with it, and sort of forced us to go and do that. You meet these people, when you're out in the town, you're oh yeah, we're doing this, you're doing this, let's coordinate, great. Doing the community funded made us all sort of go back and talk to all these people that were are we actually coordinating or are we not? And and so it clarified a bunch of things.
What were you doing on a daily basis to get the word out about your project?
I think we didn't force things that we didn't want to do is one of the biggest things. We didn't, none of us are really big internet people. We did what we like to do, which is we like to talk to people. We like to, actually meet people in person. So we sort of hit where our strengths were. And just one of the things I would suggest for people doing projects is, sort of take it for what it is, which is, it's not, how do you find your biggest donors? How do you there's some guy running the project and, he's all right, I'm going to talk to these 5 donors and get these, big chunks of money. It's crowdfunding. So we basically empowered everyone in our group to, we did a few things together as far as promotion, but for the most part, we basically just said everyone just, use your own network, basically empowered everyone in our project to do promotion on their own. Afterwards, we talked about none of us were pushy about it. When we talk to people, we're not, we're hey, check out the project, and really be grateful for if someone just tells it to one other person. That's just as important. People know when they're being forced to do something, and so just really being sincere about it, being sincerely grateful that just being aware of it and maybe mentioning it to one other person. And we just stayed active, as far as where we were, places we went, and not to be go back and talk to your friends and that you haven't seen for a while and get money out of them. No, it's those friends that you have that are always be friends that you haven't talked to for a while, and maybe not necessarily asking for them for money, but hey, get them to help you promote it. They're cool, you're off doing your thing. Individually, we all just kept sort of going from different group to different group and not repeatedly nagging the same people over and over again. again. And then you follow up later, like not immediately, but give them 10, 15 days. Like don't just day after day send them email and whatnot. Like we basically did like a big promotion at the beginning, and then like a smaller promotion partway through, and then a large promotion at the end where we sort of contacted everyone else again. Be honest about your project. Be passionate about your project. Don't try to make it something it's not. And you don't need to tell every little detail and all that, but you just be very genuine about your project. And if you're not feeling genuine, then it's probably you're not going about the right angle. So just let your passion go where it wants to go.
We are reaching out to the community to try to help us out a little bit.
So our goal is just to make as much good food as we possibly can and get it to as many people that need it, and do it in a community fashion.
We've forgotten this kind of passion of being involved with each other and helping each other out, and really what I think makes humans happy, as far as I've gotten so far, is helping other people and giving back.
We're planning on growing too much so that we can give food back to the people that help us out here and people in need.
We're going to be working with some nonprofits in town, bringing kids out onto the farm and showing them how easy it is to do this, and sharing some of the food with them, letting them pick it out of the ground and kind of learn that cycle of life that we've all come from, but a lot of us have become detached from.
We're kind of in between school and in between, growing up, and we're like, well, we have a lot we can contribute with our energy, and we're like, well, let's start building that community we want.
For me, it's just about being happy and helping others to be happy, and coming together around our most base thing is just good food.
We're just trying to bring together all the things that we love to do, between bicycling, spending time outside, eating good food, drinking good beer, and enjoying everything that this community has to offer. And we're just going to try to include as many people in that as we can.